Welcome to the podcast. We talk about all the things that are hidden in the shadows. This is Isaac.
And this is Megan.
And on this live from a location podcast episode, we are talking about Patsy's Pond, because here we are at Patsy's Pond.
Yes.
Yes. Who's that? Oh, it's Mike. Okay, let's go, Mike. So yeah, we'll talk to you guys as we are talking the podcast recording too. So yeah.
Yeah, that'll be the editing.
Yeah, that'll be Megan editing stuff. No, we are here at Patsy's Pond because of this location that we've been to before twice now. Yeah, twice now.
Mm-hmm.
We originally thought was like maybe a moderate amount of spirits, kind of safe and stuff like that. But after our second time here, I'm fighting off bugs.
Yeah.
This light's really attracting them out here.
They're attracted to my nose holes for some reason.
Oh shit. For some reason, at the second location, the second investigation we did, we discovered that this place has a lot more than we thought. From two sinkholes that have two portals, from different demons, from dark entities, and even a skinwalker are here. Now, our second investigation we did here, I pulled a few entities. Actually, the first time we were here, we did, was it a haunted update?
Yes.
Yeah. Well, I took out 3 witches. And
entity-wise, not actual.
Well, yeah, entity dead witches and stuff like that. But I took them out, which I thought, okay, evil's gone, it's taken away. No. There is so much more here than we bargained for.
Yeah, and we think that's a lot of the reasoning is because of the portals itself. You know, things can come and go when there's a portal.
Yeah.
And good things, spirits can go back and forth between locations, come here and whatnot. And then also you have, unfortunately, darker stuff that can slip through. So there's also a lot of spirits here that are just trapped here. The history of the location is basically this was the fresh water supply dating back all the way to the 1500s, and this area alone, the history is very vast. You have history of pirates, and then you have history, unfortunately, of slaves and settlement and the Croatan native tribes and all of that. So there's a lot of history.
By the way, I know you might have heard people talking in the background and moving. We do have people here helping us out that we will introduce in the investigation later on. But yeah, so don't be like, oh, I heard someone talk. No, we know who it is. Right?
Yeah. But yeah, so there's a lot of spirits here. The first time that we came here, me personally, I could feel a lot of people just kind of gather around me. And then, definitely felt like the negative stuff that Isaac was able to pull during the first time. And then the second time, it wasn't as bombarding spirit-wise to me anyways. The second time, but there was a darker thing kind of lurking in the shadows, funny enough, hidden in the shadows.
Not to, on the nose. But yeah, the things that I pulled here, and then we end up using the Etz's method with Mike, who, if you don't know what Etz's method is, basically you put headphones on, noise canceling, you listen to a spirit box or something like that, and you get asked questions. I think they're really coming at us.
Yeah, they're ring light.
You ask questions, and he doesn't hear the questions, but he gives the answers from what the spirit said. And while we were there, so much communication from the spirits, basically saying that they're trapped, that they need help getting out.
Cold on the other side.
Yeah. And after pulling a few entities out of the area, they were saying that we need to leave. Can you help us? And I said, yes, come to me. Come here where I am.
Yeah.
And we will help you cross. He said, do you promise? I said, yes, I give you my word. And so we helped a lot more spirits cross over. What did it say?
So, Megan. So, on our investigation team, Megan is actually remote viewing in. She's not here with us on this investigation, so she's actually in the chat. She's Shadow Moon Lady. So, she said something.
I don't think it was an orb. I think it was bugs. You got a lot of mosquitoes flying on us.
Yeah, there's a lot.
And they're attracted to the light. So, if you see an actual light orb behind us, then yeah. But if you see something on the screen, it's most likely a bug.
In front of us. Yeah, there's a lot of them.
But as I was saying, is that after we helped it, then we found out that there is a skinwalker here.
Yeah.
And it's
dead, not live.
Well, not alive. Well,
who knows?
Yeah.
And it started back on the first time that we came here. On TikTok, there's, obviously that legend that, if you hear whistling in the woods, don't whistle back. Well, we heard a whistle in the woods, and we unfortunately
whistled back the
whistled
first time we
back.
were here until
Yeah.
after I thought, oh crap, don't do that.
Yeah.
So that perfectly ties with what we experienced the first time we were here.
And the stuff about the skinwalker came through a lot during the Estes method. We were, I was telling Isaac, I see something like coming out of the water. What is that? I don't know what that is. It's big. It's like creature-like. And as soon as I was starting to talk about that, Mike was like, because he was doing the Estes method, so he can't hear what I'm talking about. He was like, skinwalker, wolf, like everything that ties in with that. So it made sense.
And with the energy here from the 2 portals, at least the one big one. Oh, someone started following us. Yay! More followers.
Hey.
With the one portal that I closed on a whim, it was a smaller sinkhole. And closing it was almost like grabbing a giant rubber disc and trying to squeeze it closed. And I ever asked Mike, one of our psychics on the paranormal team, to help me out. And he said he felt sick because he could feel the swirling, how it swirled and stuff like that. Who's that?
Sorry, it's
far
kind of
away. It's real tiny.
Oh, happy Halloween. I did read that. So anybody who said that, happy Halloween back to you.
But closing the portal after I closed it, we figured out that this isn't over. The reason why so much dark entities are here, why so much evil is here per se, is because of the bigger portal that we plan to close tonight, later on in the investigation. And that's going to be a challenge, but also dealing with whatever else is here. And so far, what we believe is left here is for sure Skinwalker, possible demon or succubus, or all 3, essentially. And whatever other dark spirits might be coming to the portal between the visits that we're here.
Yeah.
So, but if you guys hear stuff behind us or around us, because we are live in the spot. We call this the spot where we are right now, the crossroads, because this is the middle section of the entire trail. Like this spot where we are right now has trails that lead in all different directions. To my right of this direction is a trail that goes far, very far, into another spot that we've investigated before. Was it Pringle Road, right?
Yes.
Yes.
It's connecting all of the.
It's connecting.
Kind of.
Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, we just wanted to do this live podcast and stuff like that. So it might be very short, but we might hear things coming through every now and then. Do you have anything else?
No, I think you pretty much covered it. I feel like still there's some spirits still here, so, and obviously with the portal it can come and go. So, the first trip was like overbearing, but like the second trip out here wasn't that bad. There was still stuff like coming through and coming forward, but it wasn't as like, oh hey, they can hear me, let me run and talk to them. Like it wasn't that bad. And so who knows what this third third trip is gonna do. So
Well, hopefully this is our final trip.
Yeah.
Yes. The Native American spirits that are here are most likely Croatoan.
Yeah.
We've heard them come through the spirit box, speaking the language.
And chants. Like,
yeah. And hearing them out loud as well, like that. Even hearing horses running down the trails.
Yeah, and that would make sense because, like I said earlier, that this was, the only fresh water supply dating back all the way to the 1500s. So, a lot of traffic would have been seen through here. So settlements and just everything would have been, traveling through here. So there's a lot of different entities here. Not entities, but spirits here. But a lot of it is native. So
yeah, which in ties with me, who is 10% Chitao native.
Yeah.
So that will, I guess they kind of feel like it. And we figured out that other places we investigated around this area, kind of leading to this spot. Different investigations we've done around town, from hearing different spirits and Native American spirits around in the location. We figured out that this spot is particularly important. Almost like we're drawn here.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like they kept bringing us here to this location specifically.
Yeah.
Funny enough, the place that we wanted to go
Oh, yeah, we never even announced that. So we originally...
What does that say?
I don't know who this is. That's weird.
You, Megan, I... What? I see it too.
Oh,
behind you.
me. Yeah.
What'd you hear?
Yeah, there was... I couldn't make out what it was, but there's definitely some chatter happening back there.
I mean, all I can see in the screen is black. Unless you guys see something different.
What else? What were you talking about?
It was Mike with a can, light.
Oh, yeah. So we originally were actually going to try and go to the Devil's Tramping Ground.
Can you imagine?
Yeah.
Imagine at the Devil's Tramping Ground?
Yeah. But unfortunately, it is private property. And we tried reaching out, but we never heard back. So we just thought maybe it just wasn't meant. And maybe somewhere along the lines down the road we could do that. But I have a feeling we have to kind of like do this area first before we kind of fan out to other locations. But we are going to start going out further out.
So yeah, look forward to more of these kind of live episodes from a location that we might investigate, such as tie in Hidden Shadows and Shadow Walker Paranormal together.
Yeah, and then if you also like seeing video and like live stuff like this, maybe that's something we can aim for in 2023 to do permanently.
This thing that I bought, this ring light holder thing, that I got it for this specific reason. So I might be using it more for going back to Saturday Night Lives.
Yeah.
Just to communicate more, especially with the Instagram page and Shadow Walker Paranormal and stuff like that, just to get our name more out there. Because I know we used to do that, and it's been a while since we have.
Also, a thing to also keep in mind is there is obviously some sinkholes here. So just imagine like a sinkhole obviously is bottomless. So it is easy to dispose of things that way.
Like bodies?
No, well, I wasn't going to go that way. That's a little, but there's a lot of things that could be in those holes and you don't know. And you think all the way back from the 1500s, that's a lot of things that can be lurking in those waters.
All I know is after, or even before I even get attempted to close the portal, we might be bombarded or even bombarded afterwards. Yeah.
And then too, and a lot of the times when Isaac pulls the darker stuff, a lot of the lighter stuff is able to come forward. So yeah, that might be like a burst of spirits coming through that way that can't really come through. And then going back to the first time that we were here too, Megan remote viewed in and she was constantly aiming at the first sinkhole, which is where Isaac pulled that portal. So yeah. I
feel like we should have more.
Yeah, but it kind of everything is kind of going faster than what I anticipated. Yeah, like even setting up went faster than
like the whole day. We were just panicking about what we needed to do and everything like that.
And then now it's calm and it's like going faster than I anticipated.
Well, let's say it's calm here.
Well, yeah.
There might be stuff going on.
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys are seeing anything behind us. We might be hearing anything in the mics later on. This episode, mind you, will be out Monday. But we're here right now, so if you watching this back, live back on Instagram, and missed it to hear it, then again, you can still watch it. So, never mind. I don't know where I was going with that.
Yeah.
Anyway.
So, the episode that's going to be out on Halloween is going to be kind of like edited, and then any kind of thing that we talked about, I have the clip of whistling, like when we actually heard the whistle. I have that clip and I'll actually insert it into the episode so you guys can hear what we're talking about as we right here. So, yeah.
We're going to get a lot of warnings, a lot of dark stuff here.
Yeah.
What does it say? I heard a hum, but it may be just traffic. We're near the highway, but we're far enough away that you shouldn't hear anything. Anything passing by is going to sound like whew, whew, whew. So if there is background traffic noise, you're not going to hear it on the episode. You might hear it through the phone. Motorcycle.
Yeah, it could be.
Oh, okay. I have the headphones on. I don't know.
Yeah, he's got noise canceling headphones.
I hear what's coming through the mic. I don't hear what's going on the outside. So,
but yeah.
By the way, so we are going to do a live investigation after this. Then you can watch us do our thing in real time. So. That will be through the Shadow Walker Paranormal TikTok. So that is Hidden in the Shaw 6. No, that is our Twitter. Hidden in the Podcast 2.
That's
what? Am I saying a Boston accent?
No, because you're saying the wrong thing. It's hidden. It's not in the Hidden in the Shadows TikTok. It's Shadow Walker's TikTok.
Shadow Walker. Yeah. Sorry, my mind's going somewhere else. I'm distracted.
Yeah.
What is a Shadow Walker TikTok?
So Shadow Walker TikTok is Shadow Walker Paranormal.
Shadow Walker Paranormal.
Yep.
All right.
Just straight up, easy peasy.
And
Squeezy.
I know you, if you're listening to this back on Monday on Halloween, you're like, "Well, I didn't get a chance to watch it." Tough shit. You can still go to the TikTok and see any other videos we will post and stuff like that.
Yeah, and then actually on Shadow Walker Paranormal's YouTube, an actual episode of this whole investigation is going to go up. So
yeah.
So
everyone watching here, I think we'll be done here in about let's go say 10 more minutes.
Okay.
And then we'll put everything up, and then we'll go live on TikTok. So look for 7:45, 8 o'clock. 8 o'clock latest of us going live. Earliest 7:45. Trying to get everything situated and ready. And then I'll introduce who is helping us out tonight on the Shadow Walker Paranormal TikTok, just so everyone can get affiliated with who's helping us out tonight and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So, because you're going to be able to see me, you're going to see Megan. And also, by the way, Megan is another thing for you to listening to go back and watch. You're recording, right? Camera?
Yeah. Recording.
Camera. You said camera.
Oh, yeah. That's going to be the episode.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's going to be up on YouTube?
Yes. That's going to be up on the Shadow Walker YouTube. So.
By the way, if you guys have any questions,
yeah, you can drop them
here. You can.
Sorry, we're not waving to you. The phone is actually like far away from us.
I mean, we kind of get to see what's going on there. How many people got watching? Was that 6?
Yeah,
that's more than I thought. I was thinking 4. I was just hoping like
cool out here.
Wind's picking up.
Yeah, it's getting like eerie feeling. I can already.
It really is really picking up. You're gonna have to edit out the mics.
That's okay.
Yeah.
We got this.
And the camera's blowing. Sally doesn't want us here.
I don't know. Or it could just be.
What are you feeling? This is a live podcast. It's not going to be like any other podcast we've done before.
Yeah, I know. I don't know. I just feel like, I don't know, like something, like I said, hidden in the shadow. It's keeping distance, but I don't know. I have a weird feeling. It's weird. That's the best way I could describe it. It's just weird, uncomfortable.
You cold?
No, I told you it's uncomfortable. It's just like I'm anticipating something, but it hasn't happened yet.
I'm trying to think of anything else we can tell them about this location that we've experienced so far.
Okay, so
I know in other episodes of the Shadow Walker, I think it's part 3. I talked about how in my when I had surgery, the vision I saw speaking to my a native elder from the Cheyenne tribe said that I am Ashwalakanta, right, the Reaper of Souls. That's in Shadow Walker Part 3.
They said it
They said it over in the Estes message.
Yeah.
So they were calling me out by that name. So they know who I was. I say, Isaac, what?
What are
your hands feeling right now?
Oh, then nothing right now. Whatever is here is not coming close to us whatsoever. Believe me, I'm my hands are ready on the guns, essentially, ready to fire if anything's near. And no, so far everything's keeping its distance. When we first got to the spot, what did we feel? What did we feel when we first got here?
Oh, another thing that happens here. I don't know why I'm having a hard time thinking about
Past history?
Pirate
history there? Oh, pirate history.
Or just no, there's pirates. Actually, not too far from here is where Blackbeard stayed and settled. And
yeah, I don't think they were here per se because it's too far away from the coast. Like their most stuff would have been towards the coast and stuff like that.
Yeah, but it's not far away from here.
Yeah, more native. Yeah, there's more natives here, and we haven't even found slaves. From the period of time, slaves were here. Spirits.
Well, that was the thing that I mainly felt the first time that we were here is that like sometimes stuff will channel through me, and there's so much channeling because I know I've spoke about it on previous podcasts that when a lot of stuff is trying to channel in, like kind of like show me how they died, I get almost like a back breaking feeling. That's what I describe it as. Like it's like my back area. I don't know. It gets this weird feeling. I can't really describe it. And the very feeling something. Oh, the very first time we were here. The entire time I was feeling this one spirit, and it literally felt like they were making me feel like just overworked, and that like my back, like it felt like as if like my, what the heck was that? Sorry,
my face too.
Sorry. Like it felt like my back was bleeding, like it felt really, really bad. But the second time it wasn't as bad. I wasn't even getting the channeling, like the back breaking feeling. So.
See that man again standing behind Megan.
Yeah, Megan keeps saying from the first time that we came out here, she remote viewed, and she told me that there was a man that was consistently following me, and unfortunately I haven't really picked up on him per se because there's so many
in that direction.
Dark.
It's too far away. I can't.
Yeah.
I know it's there. I just can't grab it.
But
it's getting real, guys. It's getting real out here.
Yeah. Oh, another thing too. I mean, we are in like a forest area, but well, not a wooded forest. But we tend to hear a lot of animals, I would say. Like last time it was like a massive amount of frogs, and even they acknowledged it on the Estes method about like frogs, like hear the frogs. And then this time it's the constant feeling, like hearing like horses' hooves hit the ground.
Oh, it was a hare. I thought something was crawling on me. Okay, I'm good.
Yeah, they have massive spiders out here, so.
Well, I'm tapping the ground to get the vibrations to push them away.
Yeah.
You know that?
What?
You tap the ground because vibrations pushes them away.
Well, you're the bug person.
I know I'm the bug person, but I kill them with stuff. I think this is like natural thing because they move away from predators that are stomping the ground.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah. So a lot of human, we call it activity in the spot would push them out because they know they're going to get stepped on. Why am I giving spider advice? Anyway, it feels so raw about podcasts because like we just decided to just talk about whatever, and hopefully you guys would interact and ask questions, or possible anything like that. Sorry, I yelled in the mic.
Well, whatchamacallit? What are we doing for Halloween?
Killing, trick or treating.
Yeah, because that was one question.
Oh, what are we doing for? I think everybody was doing, but
yeah.
I mean, hopefully it's not raining. But
yeah, we had an issue last year. He just didn't feel like going. I was like, "What kid doesn't feel like trick or treating?"
Excuse me.
But he, and
he's gonna take a pillowcase.
Yeah.
So he can fill it up more.
Yeah.
And then give me all the candy that he doesn't want.
Yeah, because he's not like a chocolate person. He likes like sour.
Hey,
candy.
Aaron's here.
Hey, Aaron. Crystal.
Yes, we have some of your stones here with us. So.
Yeah, protecting that big piece of tourmaline.
Yeah,
because tourmaline never fails me. No. Tourmaline is always a good one. Anytime that's probably my go-to stone is
And by the way, I don't know if anyone
crystal, yeah.
I was watching. Everyone wanted to know. This ring is the ring that I guess we talk about. I think you probably can't see it. There you go. There you go. That is the ring.
See it?
What does it say? How exactly do you close a portal when you feel everything? How exactly do you... It's... How do I describe it? Who was that asked that question, by the way? Burgess?
I think...
If you listen to the Shadow Walker episodes, I can answer that question, like, how do I close a portal? If you listen to Shadow Walker episodes, you understand that my ability to feel energy with the hands, this hand specifically, dark energy, I extend out, I described it in episode 3, tendrils, almost. Like, each finger has a string, and each string goes out and attaches to around the portal. So I have my hand, like, around it. and then I squeeze and close as I'm pulling it at the same time. And doing that method is, like I said, it's like almost grabbing like a rubber disc and trying to squeeze it, right? And then I get Megan here to slow it down because it's spinning in one direction. So she pushes energy in the other direction to slow it down for me to get a good grip on it, and then I pull it and close it. And I've done it, was it 3 times already? Yeah, 3 times already. But the one that I closed here first was the toughest because it was so big. But the one that I plan to close tonight is about 4 times its size. So, and if you watch the live investigation, you'll get to see what it looks like firsthand. The size of the sinkhole, the size of this lake that this portal was in. What did I say?
Oh, it's James. And then who asked that question?
Oh, it's James. Oh, work James. Yeah, sorry. I forgot. I didn't tie in the last name. You go by your last name when it's saying. Yeah, it's James. James, who I work with.
Oh, okay.
A fellow Nordic pagan. So, but now if you wanted to know, if you really want to see it, tune in to Shadow Walker TikTok, and you can see me do it firsthand. We're hoping, I don't know if you'll be able to see it through this camera or Megan's camera she records, but there's something we kept secrets, essentially, about my ability when she filmed it on camera on her phone, right?
Yeah, it was just I was just like, you know what, let me film him pulling, seeing if anything kind of, and the way it looked is that
in the center of my palm was a shadow. This is a black shadow. My hand in curves. So, see, you can see the light in front of you. Actually, if I close my hand, you don't see shadow lines in my palm.
Yeah, we tried to debunk it.
Right? But the shadow was in the center of my palm, a circle, mind you. Not like lines, like my fingers would cast shadows of lines. This was a circle in the center of my palm. And it was a shadow. And when I closed and pushed into the ring, and I opened my hand in the same method, so I close and open, the shadow was gone.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping that this investigation, you can either see it through this camera or the camera Megan records with, so you can see if you see a shadow in my hand, which if it's a black hole, who the fuck, if I'm creating black holes and pulling stuff in. So
it's hard because, unfortunately, someone can try and debunk it. I mean, we tried and it's hard to, but
I'm watching the faces of the guys that's helping us out in the background, and they're like, "What the fuck are you talking about?"
we wanted to get more like of a crystal clear video or image of it before.
What stores in your ring?
No, what stone is your ring?
What stone?
If there's any kind of stone.
Oh no, it's literally just steel and silver. See? It's a King Solomon symbol that's imprinted on it. The same symbol King Solomon wore on his ring of imprisonment. The same, if you know the story of King Solomon, he imprisoned 70 demons in his ring and then used them with Solomonic magic to build his temple. Now, I just use this as a prison. In all reality, in truth and honesty, it's a big one.
Yeah.
That this ring is probably, because I haven't heard anything else, probably the most haunted object in the world. Because you think about Annabelle, you think about the Dybbuk box, you think about other things like that hold 1 to 2 to 3 spirits. I have lost count of how many entities are in this ring. That's badass. I know. I have lost count of how many entities are in this ring. I've been using this for about a year now for everything that I pull. And on a daily basis, I'm pulling something. Daily basis, I'm pulling something. So think about it. 7 days a week, if I just pull one entity, 7 days a week, put it in the ring, for an entire year, it's well over 1,000. No, right? 742 days. What? 365 days. At least 365 entities in this ring, right? At least. That is very badass. I know, James, it is. Yeah. Didn't I show you it? I'll show you it sometime. I feel like I have. Yeah, I think I have. But for sure now, after a couple of events that's happened to us recently, for sure now, I have 10 demons in this ring. Confirmed. 10 demons in this ring. There might be more, but I know for sure I confirmed 10 demons. And they rank from lower class to some higher ranker ones, but they're in the ring. What does it say?
Does your ring have a name?
The ring? No.
So I feel like it should have a name.
It should have.
No.
Well, maybe. I don't know. It's a prison right now.
The prison.
Well, the prison, you would say, because
Yeah.
you think about a prison that holds inmates, they leave. This one, no one ever leaves. They go in, they never leave. I know I talked about in a different episode about how if I take your right hand and I hold it, I can go into your mind forest, to your dark side of your mind. If I hold your right hand, if I hold your left, it'll be the light side. But if I hold your right hand, go to the dark side of your mind, I can see what's hiding in your mind forest. It's subconsciously put or consciously put in there. But it varies. People's mind forests vary from foliage to trees to time of day to even the color of the moon. It's all different from everybody that I've done it so far. But when I go into the ring, when I go in there and I hold it in my hand and go inside, in the ring is like a forest after a nuclear blast. All the trees are burnt and black and ash. The sky is like gray, overcast, and like the smoke. The ground is full of ash and everything like that. And all the entities that are in there are just like shadows. Different kinds of shadows. Like maybe some have horns, some may see their eyes, and some demon entities have shapes and forms that you can actually determine them different from other shadow figures in the ring. If you know want to know what it sounds like, I don't know if anybody's a Slipknot fan or not, but if you listen to the Iowa album, the opening track 5150, that is what it sounds like times 100. So people can go listen to it right now and go, holy shit, but yeah, funny, we're here to do Patsy's Pond and people asking about things, but
yeah.
It's going to be interesting. I'm telling you right now, live investigation.
Yeah.
Who said they should have a name? Oh, Aaron did.
Yeah, Aaron.
I don't know. It's like, I think I call it the ring. It's a prison. It's a King Solomon replica ring. If I give it a name, it's going to be something like whatever the greatest prison in the world was, or even mythology prisons, But I got to think about that. What's going on?
My foot's asleep.
How's your foot asleep?
I don't know.
Move your feet around.
Yeah, I know, maybe.
Well, we'll be going for 33 minutes on the podcast. I think we're a good way to close it up.
Yeah.
We'll probably not stop the line, but we'll stop the episode. So if you guys want to ask me a few things for about 10 more minutes.
Yeah.
But we'll stop the podcast. What?
Also, any evidence that we get, like EVPs or anything like that, the actual episode will have them at the end of the episode. So.
Yes.
So anything that we gather here will be put into the episode so you guys can hear it too. So.
All right. But so this is for the people listening to the podcast. So as always, guys, you can catch our social medias at hiddenintheshadowspodcast.com. We links to all social media and all ways to listen to us. Hidden the podcast on Instagram, Hidden the Shaw 6 on Twitter, Hidden the Podcast 2 on TikTok, and links to, like I said, all the social medias at hiddentheshadowspodcast.com. But as always, we'll catch your widows in the next one.
Yes.
And on a cold, cold night, there was a